Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Apple Dreadnoughts. And to the American campaign. That's right. It's the good old US of A. Colorado and her task force, however, are being prevented or possibly... No, they're port striking. So Resolution and Navarez and Pollux are trying to defend the harbour as we move in to land troops and finish taking over the island of Cuba, because it is split into two provinces. What are you set to follow? That's fine. That's fine. We can detach you later if necessary. Yes, very good. As we've seen, the Spanish have struggled against our battleships. To be expected, really, seeing as they don't have a battleship of their own. And their armoured cruiser doesn't have very much armour on it. But that's no reason not to try and... Oh, lovely shot by the Rhode Island. Try and sink as many Spanish ships as possible so that we can get as much territory in the peace treaty as possible. That torpedo boat needs to die. No, really. Dead. Not nearly dead, thank you. Although the wreckage might get in the way. It is. Poor old Colorado's going to get rammed here. Resolution charging in. Maybe trying to make a break for it, but she's done for. Love it. Whee! There goes the big one. Right. Well, that was fun. All right. We've taken control of Guantanamo Bay. And I've already launched the invasion of Puerto Rico, but it's only at 72%, so we will move the other half of the fleet over. That will complete our takeover of the Spanish Caribbean possessions. They can't naval invade me back, because they don't have enough tonnage to do that. I think, yeah, then we immediately head over and we hit the Philippines. 21, 28. Yeah, we'll go for East Philippines and then the West Philippines. And then we'll clear up... keep forgetting how many provinces this is. It's 3, isn't it? The Carolines, Guam, and Saipan. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. I'm going to get back to invading. And I'll see you if and when there's some action on that front. Otherwise, how are we doing economy-wise? 22. Yeah, well, they'll slip back a bit because we're at war. Jesus, Britain's already over 100. Yikes. Yes, induce draft boilers in 2 months. I will then take off the tech priority and just let things progress naturally. We're going to get anything new here? Nope. Nope. Experimental battleship. Huh. Okay, that'll be interesting to have a look at. What about nickel steel? It's getting there, but it's a long way off. What if you prioritize it? Yeah, okay. Stick a priority on the nickel steel armor because the compound is just terrible. It really is. How's this attack going? 66%. Not too shabby. All right, I'll see you when there's some action. How about some action immediately? Hit enter, and the Santiago El Mayor and 4 torpedo boats has again run into the Colorado's squadron. I don't think this one should be too difficult for us. We should be able to tidy up this Spanish fleet fairly easily. We just go in one big line. There's no point putting you on torpedo avoid. Just have to hope and pray that the torpedo boats get taken out. So the armoured cruiser is actually moving away, which is interesting. Could be that they're going to try and retreat with her. I think nickel steel is a significant enough technology. Oh, low fuel on the torpedo boats. That's perfect. Nickel steel is a pretty big, significant tech. Might be worth pulling all of our ships in, or all of our capital ships anyway, for a refit on that basis. I'm still not convinced I should sell the Delawares just yet. What I should do is keep an eye on when they're going to become obsolete. And if I see I've got a tech coming up that makes them obsolete, then I mothball them and see if we can sell them. It's probably my best bet. Yeah, I think they're running. Okay. Well, I would say give chase, but I mean, let's be honest here. Nevada, she's not really giving chase. She's just kind of lumbering in the enemy's direction. Yeah, they're running sensibly, but yeah, with no fuel, that's going to be pretty tricky. Should give me a chance to eliminate yet more of the Spanish fleet. Apolis. Yeah. Actually, this one did have fuel. Well, not anymore. Harriet. Next on the chopping block. I'm not going to try and chase down the heavy cruiser. Or the armoured cruiser. Because she goes 0.6 knots slower than me. So she'd have to run out of fuel in order for me to catch her. But Dorado, I think we can remove from the equation. What are our crews up to now? Nevada's a veteran crew. Colorado regular. Rhode Island's gone up to veteran. So is Utah. And Delaware. And Nebraska. That's actually pretty huge. Having veteran crews, especially early on, makes a big difference. Like 20% reload time when the reload time is forever is pretty handy. 30% accuracy when you have almost nothing to begin with doesn't help as much as you think. Because, 30% boost of 1 is, like, not very much. But it'll still make them much more effective. The 50% aiming bonus does help, for sure. And the 60% damage control boost, very handy. Although, again, these very, very early ships, pretty much, they either sink or they don't. If that makes any sense. Oh, lovely. Wow, that was a 12-inch hit on a torpedo boat. Of course, it went right through it. Right. Again, kind of wish I had a times 10, but no such luck. How else these torpedoes going? 16.9, 16.6. So we are catching up to them very, 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 very slowly. Do you know what? I might time-lapse this. There we go. As I said, I wasn't planning on trying to chase down the Santiago El Mayor, even though she was in range. It would have taken forever and a day. Right, back to the map. Right. Hello. This is an interesting development. The San Gabriel 74. Interesting choice of number. I'm assuming that's either a mistake or there really was a battleship that had 74 in the name. And if it really did have 74 in the name, is that a year, like a date? Or is that a reference to a third-rate ship of the line, which would have 74 guns? And I think it's both. I think there was a San Gabriel third-rate 74 gunner, and that has been put into the text document that all of the names are stored in with the number after it. That is my guess. I will... I tell you what, I'll insert a little clip of me after I find out if that is a real ship or not. Anyway, San Fernando class. They built a battleship, the cheeky sods. 17.9 million each, which is extremely cheap. It does use compound armour. It's not very fast, about 16 knots. It does carry two twin 11.7-inch guns, an assortment of other guns, and torpedo tubes. So it looks like the original Delawares. It looks like very much like the original Delaware, but just copied over. Interesting. And there we have the Santiago El Mayor is back. Okie dokie. Well, Spain has a battleship. This is a copy of the Delawares. I will be very... Okay, no, it's not. I mean, maybe on paper. Oh, look at it! I love the bubble turrets. I mean... it's hideous. But it's gloriously hideous. Genuinely one of the ugliest ships. Even though it's using the awesome bubble turrets, which I'm a big fan of, in the looks department. Must be bloody complicated to make, I would have thought. A kind of domed design. And presumably they weren't great because of the internal space, but... yeah, I just like the look of them. They look weirdly futuristic. %30 accuracy? Hot damn. Oh, torpedo destroyed. Oh, they're taking a lot of hits to their... I mean, it's not really a conning tower. The mast. San Gabriel. Oh, it has no armour on it. That's a disappointment. Yeah, that's not what made the Delawares good. The things you copied. Totally unable to take hits in return. Poor old San Gabriel. She's able to bounce shells fired directly at her bows. But, yeah, overall... Bye-bye. Right. Santiago El Mayor. Not too far away this time. Winding up those 12-inch guns. Oh, lucky. Down goes the Don Antonio. Oh! Savage. Well, that probably didn't go the way that the Spanish were hoping, did it? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, I'm going to go and find out about this San Gabriel. One quick Google later. Yes, the San Gabriel was indeed a 74-gun third rate launched in 1772 for the Spanish. So yeah, I think that is a that is a copy paste error, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Maybe go and look up an interesting ship. I wonder what should actually look up the service history of the ship and see what happened to her. Right, while I do that, I'm going to send the fleet across the fold to... screw it, let's hit Manila first. Wow, okay, they're going that way around? Well, I guess they could go that way around, couldn't it? It's probably 6 of one, half dozen of the other, isn't it? Amusingly, this does involve sailing past Spain, which is a hilarious flex. Oh, I get they don't have the coal to go the other way. That's what it is. We don't have the range to sail across the Pacific yet, so we have to go this way around. But conveniently, Egypt was originally aligned with Spain. But they left Spain because Spain has been absolutely smashed to bits. And they're currently neutral. So, yeah, they could block the Strait of Gibraltar if they put a fleet there or something. But we should be able to barge our way through. See how that goes. Revolution! Yeah, Francisco Rodriguez has been fired. They lost their other ally, but they got control of Mauritania. Hey, check you out. Anyway, we should put some ships over here in the Caribbean. We got anything lying around? Yeah, let's move the Nashville to Santiago de Cuba. I looked at the San Gabriel. She didn't have a particularly thrilling career. She did, in fact, operate around Cuba a fair bit, assisting the Spanish conquering the place, and then was broken up. But yeah, she's a real ship. Oh god, we're behind in tech already. It's not too hard to catch up with that. Right, let's take that priority off. That'll help a bit. It's hard to maintain it at war. We need to keep our transport cap funding high for when the Spanish sink our stuff. But otherwise, I'm gonna wander over slowly to the Philippines. See if we can take the Philippines. All right, welcome back. We've taken the West Philippines already. We're moving on to the Eastern Philippines. Spanish are following me, which is kind of funny. Yeah, we should be able to take them out and then get to work on all this. Now, if China does declare war on us, I will just try and do my usual, which is to take Formosa and Pingu. We could try and take the Weiwei Peninsula as well, potentially. But that's probably all I'll try and do. But yes, I'm going to order the invasion of the East Philippines next turn, and then I'll move on to take the rest of the islands. And yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. Of course. Of course that happened. It was going really well. I had a 100% chance. And then they've moved a battleship in. It's another one of these San Fernandos. Again, we should be able to beat them up pretty easily. I do now have the nickel steel. So I would quite like to get to work on designing a new battleship, to be honest. Yeah, screw it. Let's get him in a pincer. Because we can. Well, sort of. So bad. Oh. That does feel like the Spanish were told, we need a battleship to take on the Americans. We must have a battleship. Build me a battleship right now. We don't really have any ability to build a battleship right now. I don't care what you do. Just build one. And they just took a barge and shoved some guns on it and said, look, it has two almost 12-inch dual guns, just like the American ships do. And a bunch of secondary guns, just like the American ships do. It can go almost as fast as the American ships. It has secondary guns. It has everything that you could want. I feel like I've seen the Halcyon and the Pollux before. Are they just two that I've not been able to sink before? There's two of them. Okay, Leifa, or Kathy Hearthrock, as they're known on YouTube, who writes all the, like, summaries. I apologise for this. I don't know how the Spanish have managed that. But I swear those are the third... That's the third... like, second and third Pollux torpedo boat I've seen. And I've definitely seen a Halcyon before. Right. How's the other task force doing? Yep. Advancing on the enemy battleship. Yeah, I think their Rhode Island group are fine. Delaware, look at that accuracy. God damn. Let's see it. Oh, ricochet. Wow. The crews are getting deleted by the Colorado. Right, come on, you got a good angle here. And fire. Oh, yes. Superb stuff. Right in the vulnerable bit. And down she goes. Right, I'm going to re-invade the Philippines, but while I do that, I'm also going to have a look at this experimental battleship. Here we are. The experimental battleship 1. In some ways, they're not as good as these regular ships. They're very difficult. We reduce the beam a bit on them, but max the length. If I try to push them to 18 knots, potentially we could build something. Also have induced boilers. That's handy. And we have that nickel steel armor. Right. Towers. 5. Oh, Jesus. I'll probably go with... this one, actually. Oh, it's got circly bits on it. Do they all have circly bits? They all have circly bits. Just go with the cheapest one then, because it actually fits now they reduce the beam. Oh, these are just backwards. Again, let's go with the smallest one. Bunch of funnels, and yeah, we get 100% engine efficiency. Lovely. Right. Guns. I think we should stick with the 12-inch gun. That has been faring quite well for us. Yes! Experimental indeed. I don't think I'd ever be able to get that to fit. So we'll not use the quarterdeck. Keeps the ship a little bit tighter. Yeah, 5-inch. Mind you, its fire arc is restricted. Maybe I should stick it down there. Let's move this back. Move this back. It's going to look a little bit odd. The casement 6s have been doing supremely well. Weird though it is to have 5 and 6-inch guns. They are different weapon systems. Now the 3-inch is our best Mark II, so we could actually make decent use of these. Yeah, a bunch of those on it, and torpedo tubes, which are pretty much obligatory in this era. I kind of like this. It's a little bit odd, but I'm enjoying it so far. I wonder if we can get another gun in here. It's a bit lower than the others. No, we don't have access to secondary barbets. You know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I don't think that's going to be super helpful. Right, barbette 1. Reinforced bulkheads are now a thing. Yay. Otherwise, this is all pretty similar to what we've got. However, that 53% armor quality. Yes, good. Means that, yeah, now, if we're looking at, say, I don't know, a 12-inch belt, that should protect us pretty well. I think still 3-inch on the extended bits. Put a bit more on the turret. That should stop the turret getting taken out. 1.5, and then, yeah, just like 0.5. That's not super important. Yeah, 3-inch, sure, whatever. 12, 3, 0.5. Something along those lines. We are 1% overweight, which is fabulous, because I will just drop the range by a touch. Because this thing, with its induced boilers and loads of funnels, has a pretty good range. It's a bit of a weird one. It's almost Dreadnought-like in layout, like with all these casements. I mean, not an actual Dreadnought, but it's like this is a Dreadnought like 4 hull or something that's been rescaled and put into a new era. So it's a pretty advanced looking hull with very old towers and guns stuck on it. Would this count as a semi-Dreadnought, perhaps? I'm not sure. But it's certainly going to be able to supplement our battleships. Possibly, in fact, yes, let's use these to replace the Delawares. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to head back to the ship ordering screen. Okay, so I've ordered 3 Minnesotas, the Minnesota, the Missouri, and the Kearsarge. Where are they going to get built? 1 in New York, 1 in Norfolk, 1 in Miami. These are going to replace the Delawares so that when they're finished, we can... Well, potentially we can refit the Delawares and then sell them off, but I'll need to see what the next Oh, I can see it here. New hulls. Oh, we get 2 more new hulls coming up. Battleship 2 and Experimental Battleship 2. Okay, cool. Well, before those arrive, we can sell off the Delawares because we don't technically need them. We don't need to sell them off yet, though. Is the other thing. So maybe I just give them a little refit, and then I think I'll do what I originally said. When I see that Battleship 1 is going to be obsolete by the next tech, we will that is when we'll go, right, okay, we need to get rid of them. But essentially we are building their replacements already. So yes, back to invading. Aha, the Spanish had another fleet kind of sitting right there, preventing the naval invasion chance going up, led by their Princessa, who, yes, I will blow up. It will blow up all of this. Be nice to finish the war with Spain this episode, but I don't know if we're going to be able to, because they keep throwing ships at us. What follows fine. Come on then. If you think you're hard enough, you're not. Oh, that's new. I didn't see that. I thought they were going to throw the same type of ships at me. But that's their new armoured cruiser. Either that or they're now throwing very old ships at me. And that the ones we were fighting before were their newest and best ships. I didn't actually look at that. I assumed that they were just using the same ships as before. But apparently not. Wow, that was a long range hit. Jeez. 8 kilometers or something? A little bit of a overpen, followed up by a full pen and another, courtesy of Colorado and Nebraska. Princessa in trouble here. And sunk by Colorado. Right, what are you? No, you're more expensive. You also have no armor. You've got nickel steel armor? Impressive. I mean, you didn't put any on, but still, that's kind of cool. So these are actually their newer ships. Jesus. These are actually their newer ships. Wow, that thing went down fast. Oh, Spain. Spain, Spain, Spain. These are so slow. Wait, this one's different. This one does have armor. What? What the dickens? Okay, I'm gonna have to have a look at that afterwards. This one's even more expensive. Whoa. Maybe there are old ships that got a refit. There we go. Then there were 2. Yeah, there's one faster, cheaper, lighter armed one. And then there's the slower, more expensive armoured one. And they have pretty much the same gun layout. In fact, I think they might have identical gun layouts. So one of them must be a refit of the other. Or possibly they're both 2 different refits of a base design. Battleships, however, they are not. I know that Spain was building a lot of ships, so it makes sense that they had some new ones to deploy. And of course they are on Legendary, so the AI gets a tech boost and a money boost. And quite possibly gets free construction capacity. I don't actually know about that, but not according to the files, but feels like they get it. Probably what's happening is they're just going over their construction limit and just paying the extra. Oh! Torpedo deck. And wheel it. And wheel it. Oh, bouncing a few of the shells. Now they're hot telling. Slow down to a crawl. Oh, Nebraska with the kill shot. Well, did that go the way you were thinking it was going to go, Spain? I'm glad I managed to engage them, kick them out, because they were messing up the naval invasion. They bloody did it again. Look, there's like what? There's ships in here. You can barely see them. Right, do you know what? There's a way around this. See how they've this tactical clustering of ships around something else? Let's launch a naval invasion of the Eastern Philippines again. Fuck it. They're on 0. God damn it. Give me the fucking Philippines. Alright, it's failed again. And the AI is just going to keep doing this. So I'm going to push for a peace treaty now. I don't really want to. I kind of want to have a go at the Philippines again. But let's just move this fleet away. I even moved the fleets out to give them a chance to escape. Yeah, there's a battleship, 2 heavies, 5 lights, and 2 torpedo boats. But they're refusing to engage me, even though our circles are overlapping. That is one of the things I really wish I could change. Again, if I ever get into a code mod, that is not going to be allowed anymore, because that is fucking bullshit. Right. Let's increase our tech spending, because that's getting a little bit behind the times. I also need a little period of peace, I think. We need a little period of peace. So I might just drop an improved relations on China. Just to give us maybe a year or something of peace. Okay, they have agreed to a peace treaty. Give me the fucking Philippines. Also give me all of this. Canary Islands. In fact, give me everything. Maybe it didn't give me everything there. I'll actually have to go and look. Bobbit and Flash 2. Lovely. Right, okay, cool, whatever. So, Nope, we got all the Pacific stuff. Oh, we now have an African station. Wonderful. Because this will allow us to have a little base. Oh, they didn't give us Equatorial Guinea. Okay, they have a consolation prize. Fair enough. Right, I'm going to get the ships home. They also gave us a chunk of cash, which is quite handy. Manila could use one of the Delawares, if I have any in this squadron. No, that's all Truxtons. Delaware. And Nebraska can go there. We'll take the 4 battleships home. To, mind you, if it's going to be China again, what happens if I send them to San Francisco? They can go across the Pacific. There we go. Cool. And the 5 here we'll send the other way, and we will send them to New York. I have to grab them again. Right, it shouldn't take too long to get them back where they belong, but I think that was a very successful war. We have pretty much destroyed Spain. Not completely, of course, we're not cruel, but most of Spain has been absolutely smacked about. Now we need to focus on getting the economy going again. One of the things I can do, though, is I can reduce this back to normal. And we can get our... Well, once the ships are at home, we can get our tech spending back up. We can do some refits of the cruisers and the battleships. Yeah, we can get things kind of going again. All right. Well, all that will be in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.